Hi students, and welcome to today's live IELTS class. My name is Adrian and I am streaming to you live from the heart of Europe, Budapest, the capital city of Hungary. Hi Oaz, nice to see you in class. Students, today we are finishing the Task 2 essay we started yesterday with our members, the two body paragraphs, and the conclusion. Again, this lesson is brought to you by aehelp.com for academic IELTS help. Check us out there. And for the general version of the exam, check us out at gieltshelp.com. I'll quickly show you these two websites while we wait for some more of our members to join in. Hi Preeti, hi Danielle, I see you in the class. Daniel. And our websites look like this. This is the academic version of the website. It's got this blue background with aehelp.com. You can click that big red button to join our premium package. We still have our Black Friday discount going until the end of this week. It's a 40% discount. This is our general version of the website with the green background. Click that big red button to join the premium package there. And in the checkout, use the code BLKFDAY to get that 40% discount. For academic students, you can link the Academic IELTS Help app that you can download from Android and iOS. Our General IELTS app is out. We're just waiting for some approval from Apple and Google, so look forward to that. Hi, Yvonne. Some more members in the class. That's good. Again, in this class, members can chat. Everybody else is welcome to watch. To become a member, click the join button. There are 4 levels of membership. Choose the one that fits your budget and needs. And then you can join the chat in these classes. We will have an all chat class in 90 minutes that will focus on task 1 line graph. So we do have that class coming up as well. Hi, Regvir. All right, students, Amazon does host our digital and paperback exam books. AE Helps Academic IELTS or GE Helps General IELTS. Search for those titles on Amazon. Okay, so today, task 2, task 1. Tomorrow, we will focus on questions and answers for members, and then some speaking part 2 cue card for everyone. Yvonne says, I've learned this introduction by heart. Yvonne, you may notice that I never actually reproduced the exact same introduction. I'm almost always paraphrasing and switching up the order to keep it a little bit exciting. And also, Yvonne, I have this secret hope that students are learning some new vocabulary, expressions, and sentences through the introduction. And I try to use different types of phrasal verbs and so forth to keep it a bit exciting. All right, let's get to class, everyone. Let's get. I'm glad that Daniel finds that comedic. All right, students. So here we go. IELTS Task 2 writing. We're finishing what we started yesterday. So here we go. You should spend about 40 minutes on this task. Let's review the question. There are millions of counterfeit products bought and sold each year worldwide, including fake brand name shoes, electronics, and cosmetics. What are the reasons for this and what are the solutions? So it's an open-ended question. Again, the trick with open-ended questions is visualize, decide on quality answers to those questions quickly, a couple of top-level key points, and then start writing. Don't get lost, okay? So we identified the topic. It's counterfeit products. Then we thought critically about the topic. What are these products? They're imitation products that are sold as the original. Why do these counterfeit products exist? Well, because they provide brand names cheaply to customers and vanity. And of course, they make a lot of profit without having to spend lots of money on research and development or marketing. And of course, there's a big market demand. So how do these forged products come into existence? Well, the concept here is the original products are reverse engineered and then manufactured in secret factories, and then these products are shipped worldwide, sold as the original, like Nike shoes, iPhone, Levi's jeans, CoverGirl makeup, staying with the examples given in the question. And of course, then we talked about the solutions. So what are the solutions? And we said that, well, solutions in this case is to establish some strict laws and fines, such as 20 years jail time, millions of dollars to fine the owners or people responsible. There has to be an increased policing for this kind of criminal activity, so a bigger police force, more of a task force to handle and manage this phenomenon. And then, of course, to increase public awareness about the negatives of buying counterfeit goods and their existence. So we came up with a thesis. Importantly, we discussed that it makes sense to do a third-person voice here. So the main reason for the numerous counterfeit goods on the global market are easy profit and cheap vanity, while the solutions are strict laws and more regulation. So that was it. Hi, Roshni, good timing. We're just about to get through the review from yesterday's writing class. And as a last step, let's read the introduction. So here we go, introduction. On a daily basis, it is easy to catch one or two popular brand name products which appear to be the real deal, but they are not. Hundreds of illegal companies reverse engineer popular brand name products and then manufacture fakes, which they present to the market as the original. This unethical practice is harmful to both individual customers and society as a whole. The main reason for the numerous counterfeit goods on the global market are easy profit and cheap vanity, while the solutions are strict laws and more regulation. Fantastic. So clearly our body paragraph 1 will focus on easy profit and cheap vanity. And then the solutions will focus on strict laws and more regulation. Now here, the relationship between the causes and the solutions is not direct. So you do not want to combine these into a paragraph. You want to separate the reasons, so the causes, into one paragraph and the solutions into another paragraph. If you are very fluent in English writing and you're very confident in your vocabulary and grammar, and you're watching this class mostly because you want to learn the correct structure, then in this case, you could do more than 2 body paragraphs. So you may do one body paragraph on easy profit, another one on cheap vanity, and then one on the solution. So you could do 3 body paragraphs. Only write 3 body paragraphs for task 2 if you are certain that you're very fluent in writing and you know that you have absolutely no problem to write 300 words in 40 minutes. If you cannot easily write 300 words in 40 minutes, then just stick to 4 paragraphs. Introduction, body 1, body 2, conclusion. Okay, that's very important. You simply cannot develop your body paragraphs well enough if you're not exceptionally fluent. Okay, if you write 5 of them. All right. So let's get into it. Now that we have our solid introduction, we can write body paragraph 1. Here we're just going to write 2 body paragraphs. So our first one will be easy profit and cheap vanity. Okay. So how do I do that? Members, what do I do? So how do I start my body paragraph 1? What's my beginning to this? So body 1, How do I start? See that the chat is quite silent while you were waiting for me to go through all of the lead up. So it's good. I hope you're all paying close attention. Roshni says, write the topic sentence. Okay, yeah, you're right, Roshni. What is the topic sentence? Good, Rajveer, yeah. So the topic sentence, it's like your topic sentence, think about it this way, students. It's like the list of headings concept in the reading passage, right? What is your paragraph about? Okay, so yes, Preeti, you're writing the reasons. It's the topic sentence. And what is the topic sentence? So it's about the easy profit and vanity. Careful, Rajveer. It's not profile, it's profit. Careful with, yeah, nice correction, Rajveer. Good. Okay, so what is the topic sentence? So can somebody define that for me? Define the concept of the topic sentence? What should that be? So Danielle says emphasizing the concrete reasons for the cheapness. I think the reasons, Daniel, is maybe more of the explanation. Okay. Rajveer says organizations increase their revenue effortlessly by selling forged products to customers. Yeah, Rajveer, I think that's a great topic sentence. I was just looking for the definition of the topic sentence. So what does it actually mean, topic sentence? I think many viewers are curious. So topic sentence is a deeper definition or paraphrase. You know, I'm actually going to say this in another way to make it clear. It is a paraphrase of key point 1 using definition paraphrasing, right? As many of you know, there are different ways to paraphrase, meaning expressing the same idea with different words like synonyms, right? Big, large, antonym negatives, stay, don't go, expressions, I came across my friend, I encountered my friend, so phrasal verbs, expressions. There's also grammar, right? I picked up my son at school. My son was picked up at school by me. So grammar paraphrasing. And then, of course, one of the ways to paraphrase is what's called definitive paraphrasing or definitions. So it's round, it's black, and you wear it on your head. It's a cap, okay, or a hat. So the idea for the topic sentence is it's definitive. It's a definition paraphrasing of easy profit and cheap vanity. And that's what Rajveer has already done. So Rajveer says organizations increase revenue effortlessly by selling forged products. That's a definition of easy profit. And it's such a nice definition, Rajveer, that I'm just going to use it. Okay, I'm going to use yours. It's a band 9 level definitive paraphrasing. So organizations, and if you want to really get those high bands, you can say black market. Okay, so the illegal market of counterfeit goods and other illegal products is called the black market. So black market organizations. At home, always work to develop your concepts even more specifically. Increase their revenue effortlessly, nice use of that word, Rajveer, by selling forged products to customers. Yeah, and again, your topic sentence doesn't have to be, especially when you have two kind of different points like easy profit and cheap vanity. So it doesn't have to be one sentence. Your topic sentence can be topic sentences in this case. So it can be two sentences as well. Okay, good job on that, Rajveer. Regarding those who feel the most company manufacturers forged products for financial benefit, Roshni, it's awkward phrasing and it's a bit confusing, so you have to rethink that, okay? Rethink and rewrite. All right, so I have part of my topic sentence, and now I also need to include the concept of cheap vanity. I might do that now, or I might leave that for the second half of the body paragraph. I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to include that now, but there are different ways to do this. Okay, so cheap vanity. Furthermore, okay, it's an additive concept. So people being able to buy brand names like Versace or Gucci for much less money because it's not the original. That's an additive concept, okay? So you need to use furthermore, all right? So furthermore, customers are glad to purchase these counterfeit products at a bargain and appeal to be classy for the public. Okay, so that's a definitive paraphrase of the second part of this, reasons for counterfeit products. So furthermore, customers are glad to purchase these counterfeit products at a bargain and appeal to be classy for the public. Okay, or wealthy. So there are lots of different words that you can choose. Okay, definitive paraphrasing is not as difficult as you think. As soon as you start to practice it and use it, you'll realize that it's extremely effective, and there are a lot of different choices for words that you can use. It's one of the most valuable aspects of speaking English, is being able to describe and define concepts and words, especially because it's a global language, so practice it. All right, Rajveer says, since these products usually resemble the originals, individuals often feel proud of their appearance after purchasing such merchandise at a bargain. Rajveer, I made some corrections there. Remember, Rajveer, that we're talking about cheap vanity, so you need to define and describe the concept of cheap as well as the concept of vanity. Okay. Preeti says, imitation products are cheaper on the black market because organizations do not need to invest the effort to gain higher profits. Okay, Preeti, not bad. A little bit of word correction there in the second half of your statement. So need a lack of effort is awkward. We wouldn't use that. You can't need a lack of effort. Okay. Amarjit says, illegal trades make profit 40 to 50% more by selling these products. Amarjit, I think when you're using that quantitative language, careful, you're going more into an explanation or an example. So for the topic sentence or topic sentences, I recommend using more qualitative language. And then when you're writing your examples and explanations, that's where you should use more quantitative language. That's an important point. So thank you, Amarjit, for writing that. Is that clear, members, what I just said there? One way that you can think about good essay writing is we go from general concepts to specific ideas, and we go from qualitative information to quantitative information. Does that make sense? That's a very important concept to understand for good communication. So you start general, qualitatively, and then you move to more specific concepts quantitatively. Okay? That's a known standard in effective communication. All right. So use that in your body paragraphs. Start qualitative, general, move to more specific explanations, examples that are quantitative. Okay, exactly, Rajveer. Like a funnel. Okay, like a funnel that starts qualitatively and ends quantitatively. Okay, so that's what we're going to do now is we're going to explain these concepts that we just introduced. So, Ivan, Danielle, or Daniel, Raj, Awaz, get in there. Let's see some explanations. Okay, so let's see some explanations for these concepts. All right, so again, this is the start. Black market organizations increase their revenue effortlessly by selling forged products to customers. Furthermore, customers are glad to purchase these counterfeit products at a bargain and appear to be classy for the public. Okay, explain that to me. So what do you mean? All right. And again, remember, we have a lot of these ideas from the planning. So when you do good planning, the writing should flow quite smoothly. Okay. I would definitely, in this explanation, keep in mind this concept. Make profit without overhead of research and development or marketing. So I think this is where the research and development and marketing concept would come in really handy to explain how companies make profit effortlessly in the counterfeit market. Okay, so apply that. All right. I'm going to do the same, and then we'll match up your examples and my explanations. Okay, so we'll both explain, and then we'll match it up. Okay, so all right. So there is my explanation. Ivan, good. Back in the game. That's great. Raj, Daniel, where are you? Let's get those explanations out there. So Ivan says this is generally due to the fact that factories manufacture products using cheaper materials without following the rules of production. There's Daniel. Very good. Since counterfeit goods brand manufacture their products by using low quality materials and low paid unqualified employees, the forged merchandise eventually costs significantly less than the original prototypes, which definitely attract clusters of naive customers to such retail sectors. Okay, Daniel, not bad. Careful with run-on sentences. So I recommend maybe separating your ideas into 2-3 sentences instead of one huge sentence. It decreases your error rate, and you can still get a very high band score. Okay, so you don't need to write a Pulitzer Prize level sentence for the IELTS. Remember that. Okay. Rajveer says such companies are not required to spend millions of dollars on overheads such as research and development and marketing. They can easily boot their financial resources. Rajveer, very nice. It's close to what I wrote, and I like how you realize that. Yeah, okay, let's put some quantitative language in there. So millions of dollars. Okay. Preeti says these fake companies steal branded goods logos to appear real. And also the quality of the products are quite low, so they are available for customers at cheap prices. Good, Preeti. Your grammar is getting much better. Just keep working on it. Okay. Here we go. So this is what I wrote. Since companies that produce counterfeit products do not need to invest millions of dollars into research and development, as well as marketing, they have much lower overhead. In addition, these products often are made of lower quality materials. See, so I don't always write these really long sentences. In fact, good writing usually alternates between longer, complex sentences and shorter, simpler sentences. Otherwise, it becomes confusing and exhausting for your reader. So it's good to vary longer, shorter sentences. Okay. Therefore, shoppers can purchase fake Gucci shoes or iPhones and appear to be glamorous to their social groups while spending less. Okay, so that's my explanation of this concept. All right. Now, I need to include an example. Okay. And again, remember, we started this as a third-person essay, third-person voice. So no I, me, or my. You can't suddenly jump to first-person voice halfway through your essay. Okay, you have to be very careful about that. That's considered to be a mistake. All right, Hassan, good to see you in class. Hassan coming into the chat, I believe, with an explanation as well. So Hassan says it is estimated that 5 to 7% of the global trade is comprised of counterfeit products, owing to the fact that these products not only generate easy revenue, but also appeal to many customers. Hassan, yeah, that works. That's good for an explanation. It's a bit of a statistical fact. All right. So here we go with an example. Keep it simple. Again, the question focused on knockoff shoes, technology, and makeup, right? So you want to kind of stay with those concepts in your essay and show the examiners in the IELTS that you're really targeting the right question. Okay. So a news article, and you can just make these up, okay? So a news article released in 2018 stated that over $10 million worth of counterfeit CoverGirl makeup was sold in the United States in less than a year. Okay. So Now, one more sentence. It's my concluding sentence. Concluding connecting sentence. So again, remember your original points, your arguments. That's what your connecting concluding sentence should be about. While I'm doing this, members, keep writing your explanations, examples. Don't try to be perfect. So I see sometimes our members and our students are retracting their messages. They feel that they can make them better. That's okay, but also work on your speed, so your writing fluency, okay? So instead of trying to make your sentences perfect, just try to get them out, all right? So for such reasons, forged products are increasingly popular among illegal entities as well as customers. Okay. Now you might add a little bit more. You might add something like, nevertheless, there needs to be regulation. Okay. All right, so that's my body paragraph 1. Yeah, it looks quite long, but remember, I'm using size 16 font. I only fit about 7-8 words per line. So here we go. Black market organizations increase their revenue effortlessly by selling forged products to customers. Furthermore, customers are glad to purchase these counterfeit products at a bargain and appeal to be classy for the public. Appear is a better word. A little bit more correction. Yeah, that reads better. Furthermore, customers like to purchase these counterfeit products at a bargain and appear to be classy for the public. Since companies that produce counterfeit products do not need to invest millions of dollars into research and development, as well as marketing, they have much lower overhead. In addition, these products often are made of lower quality materials. Therefore, shoppers can purchase fake Gucci shoes or iPhones and appear to be glamorous to their social groups while spending less. A news article released in 2018 stated that over $10 million worth of counterfeit CoverGirl makeup was sold in the United States in less than a year. For such reasons, forged products are increasingly popular among illegal entities as well as customers. Nevertheless, there needs to be regulation. Okay, so that's your body paragraph 1 at a band 9 level. Okay. Roshni writes, interestingly, millions of people buy forged products from the black market. Through these profits, companies do not have to invest more into R&D as well as marketing, and they can expand their resources. Roshni, the word boom doesn't make sense there. Careful. Boom is a colloquial expression, so careful how you use that. And I would separate that into 2 sentences, Roshni. Put a period after black market, and then start with through these profits, comma, companies do not have to. Did not have to. Keep it present tense, general, do not have to. Okay. Amarjeet says producing forged products do not need a whopping investment or expensive materials, so it is more profitable on the black market. Amarjeet, careful with contractions. Don't use contractions in your writing. So do not need, okay? A whopping investment. Invest whopping amount, a little bit awkward, okay? Awaz says companies can manufacture counterfeit goods by using substandard materials and technology to get them to the market. Therefore, comma, most merchandise which are made, most fake merchandise can be low quality and they lose their functions. Awaz, careful not to go off topic. I think you let your mind wander there. The quality of counterfeit products, that they break easier or they don't function as well, that's a whole nother question. We're not discussing that right now. Okay, so careful. Don't slide off topic. You start losing coherence marks. That's bad. All right. Okay. Not invalid materials, Awaz, but substandard. Sub-standard materials. Substandard materials. Okay. Rajveer says, for instance, a recent survey published in a local newspaper about counterfeit products stated that the black market has gained 50% after selling such goods to people. Rajveer, not bad. Still a little bit foggy. Use a very specific item, okay, like Nike shoes or Levi's jeans. So refer to some specific item so that your reader can really see what you're talking about, okay, as specific as possible. All right. Rajveer says, people bought a fake iPhone with 50% the cost of the original. Okay, sorry, Rajveer. So I see that second part now. Maybe try to be more concise. So that second sentence that ended up in a new chat or a new message, I would just replace the end of your first one with that one. Okay. Hassan says, in 2015, a study by the World Trademark Organization in the US showed that 15% of American merchandise, namely Adidas and Nike, had not been registered under government policy. Very nice, Hassan. Nice specific example. Good use of the World Trademark in the US. Okay. Yeah, whopping amount, Amarjeet, is an expression. Whopping means a large. Whopping actually means like a whoop-bam, Whopper. That's why Wendy's sells the Whopper burger. And you can say invest a whopping amount of money. But again, Amarjeet, careful with grammar in that type of sentence, okay? So they do not need to invest a whopping amount of money is okay. You don't need to have it as complex, okay? Preeti says, one study released in a newspaper last year stated that the black market is popular in the public and companies are making millions of dollars through selling forged Nike shoes, period. Okay, good. All right, good. So some nice examples there. Again, just keep working on the grammar. Again, use software like Grammarly. Use our editing services for professional and native English speakers to give you feedback on your grammar. And keep writing, keep reading. Reading is a great way to improve your grammar also. Okay, so let's get into our second body paragraph. Now we need to discuss solutions, right? So body paragraph 2. Body 2, here we go, same concept, topic sentence. Topic sentence now focuses on strict laws and more regulation. So now, again, we have to just give a definitive paraphrase of strict laws and more regulation. When you give this further definition, careful not to go into too much detail, so don't jump into the explanation example. Just using words that define the concept of strict laws and more regulation. Okay, again, this is where your planning can come in handy. So I'm going to do the same, okay? So I'll start off body paragraph 2 with my topic sentence, and then you can do the same and we will compare, okay? So All right. So there's my topic sentence. In order to decrease the massive amount of counterfeit products on the global market, comma, after the dependent clause, governments must establish more severe punishment for such companies, as well as increase the number of authorities to control this problem. So notice that must establish more severe punishment, okay? That's strict laws, okay? As well as increase the number of authorities to control this problem. That's the more regulation. So that's my deeper definition, my definitive paraphrasing. And again, there are different ways. You could choose different words to achieve this same paraphrasing, okay? So it's not just what I've written here, and I'm sure some of our members are working on that right now. Rajveer says there should be some dire policies to penalize companies which develop such counterfeit goods. Thank you, Rajveer. You just put a point to my previous sentence that there are different ways to paraphrase descriptively that concept of strict laws. Very nice. Okay, so dire policies. Okay. Good. And then, of course, after the topic sentence comes the explanation. I'll wait with that just for a moment. I'm hoping that Amarjeet or Roshni or Ivan or also or Hassan are writing their topic sentences. Hassan says to eradicate these dilemma in global markets, governments need to impose high fines and establish harsh laws. Very good, Hassan. Okay, another paraphrase, definitive paraphrase of that second point. Roshni says harsh punishment is the way to curb the counterfeit market, as well as more authorities to play a vital role in controlling this issue. Roshni, very nice. Another good definitive paraphrase. Okay. Yvonne says governments should spend money to inform people about the harmful influences of fake goods for their health, as well as police and other structures to control the traffic of counterfeit products from countries. Companies whose goods produced under original brands should create more severe consequences. Okay, just a sec, Yvonne. I'm trying to make sense of that second sentence. Companies whose goods are produced under the original brands, you can really simplify that, Yvonne. You can just say genuine companies. Genuine companies should create more consequences for their customers and decrease prices. I'm not sure, Yvonne, what you mean by consequences for their customers. You're going to have to explain that. Careful to be concise, Yvonne. So always review your work, Yvonne, and think about, can I say this in a simpler way? So genuine brand companies, okay? There's usually, English is interesting because you can say an idea in a very long way, and then if you really think about it, you can often say it in a very short way. So keep that in mind, okay? Rajveer says, moreover, governments must increase authorities to curb this problem. Yeah, Rajveer, that's good. All right, good. Now the explanation. So now comes the explanation. So we have to explain this. So why are we talking about more strict laws? Why are we talking about increasing authorities, okay? Well, clearly because there's not enough going on at present, okay? So we have to explain this, all right? So let's just start with it. And again, use your quantitative language. I'm going to write my explanation, you write yours, and then we'll compare. right. So there's the first part of my explanation. The fines for fake products need to be increased from thousands of dollars to millions of dollars. In addition, the jail terms have to be extended from a few months to decades in order to dissuade individuals from such forgery. All right, so notice again the use of that quantitative language. It's not like I'm an expert in counterfeit products and I don't know for certain what are the actual fines or jail terms. But again, it's the IELTS, so as long as you're sounding real, it's completely okay to make up your own ideas, all right? Okay, so Awaz Akhmedov says to reduce large quantities of counterfeit products in the world trade, government must establish tough punishment, such as making them pay fines and closing their factories. Preeti says the government should impose proper fines and punishment to prevent these forged products from entering the global market. Yvonne says it is important that action is taken to combat this problem. Yes, absolutely. It's okay to put that kind of a sentence, Yvonne, into the essay. It's a very solid sentence. It's a very nice, natural English sentence. Action must be taken to combat the problem. It's a commonly used phrase, absolutely. Rajveer says organizations must pay a fine 40% of their revenue when they produce these fake products. Also, authorities must raid such companies in order to prevent the production of such items. Good, Rajveer. Nice. Again, good use of that quantitative language. So in addition, governments need to allocate more resources to police departments that spearhead the black market counterfeit sector and increase their numbers from a few dozen officers to at least several hundred. All right. So again, just moving along with more explanation of what I mean by increasing the number of authorities to control the problem. Literally name that number. So in addition, governments need to allocate more resources to police departments that spearhead the black market counterfeit sector and increase the numbers from a few dozen officers to at least several hundred. All right, now I have one more sentence to go here. The example, right? So I need to give an example for this. And again, the example should be as specific as possible, clear and observable. Okay, so a recent report published in the New York Business News stated or claimed that the prevalent number of counterfeit products in stores is due to the minimal fines and lack of policing. Okay, so just keeping it kind of simple with this one. Hassan says, when illegal corporations know that they are subjected to paying high fines in the millions of dollars, they think twice before taking such action. Hassan, a few corrections there, some word replacement. One more time. When illegal corporations know that they are subjected to pay high fines in the millions of dollars, they will think twice, or they may think twice before taking such action. I don't want to use will. I want to keep that out of the essay. Awaz says the fines for these black market owners must be tough, such as imprisonment for a couple of decades, closing their factories, and making them pay $1,000,000 fines. Very nice, Awaz. Very, very nice. Preeti says not only should there be fines of 40 to 75% increase, but also the government should seize these companies and punish owners with 10 years imprisonment. Very good, Preeti. Very nice, okay? Again, just working on some of that word choice and grammar, but that's great. That's why you're here. That's what I'm here to help you with. So get those ideas out. Fantastic, okay? All right, so now we still have the conclusion to go. I don't have time for that today, but Awaz, Preeti, Hassan, Rajveer, Ivan, everybody, Raj, who's watching, members, write the conclusion, send it to me. Let's see how it looks, okay? I think many of you have a good idea now of what a good conclusion should look like. Black market is hyphenated. Okay, so I'll leave the conclusion to you. You've done a fantastic job throughout the class, students. I'm really enjoying writing your different style, or reading your different styles of paraphrasing and writing and expressing your ideas. You're definitely reading original, which is great. That's what you need to do to get those higher band marks. Again, you can send those conclusions to me at adrian@aehelp.com. For all of our viewers, make sure to check out our websites, gieltshelp.com, this green background. Click that big red button to join our premium package. For the academic IELTS, check us out at aehelp.com. Click that big red button. Get those practice exams, interactive courses, lesson videos. And remember, you can use that 40% discount code BLKFDAY at checkout. You're very welcome, Ivan. You're very welcome, Rajveer. Coming up in 30 minutes, 40 minutes, I will be teaching a task 1 writing for the academic IELTS. Specifically, it is a line graph. Okay, it will be a line graph. Thank you for wishing me a good day, Hassan. I hope you also have a nice rest of your Friday. And keep it up, keep writing, review your work, okay? Proofreading, super important for improvement. And hopefully I will see most of you in 30 minutes. Bye for now.